So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Now it's Newman. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Newman. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the right sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Ravens nothing.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Hebert.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
He finds his man, complete. That's Diaz. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now, he's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
Newman. He finds his man, complete. That's Diaz.
On the ball now.
Now they'll change things up.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now Newman. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hey, check that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Newman.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60. Down. Viking 18, Buffalo 18.
Here's Newman to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Bear. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Third down and 13. Up the middle they go. McCollum. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. but you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Tag! Hook Cougar 19. Ready.
Newman looking to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. This will be caught. Judy. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Set, hurt, set. Ready, ready.
They give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Hebert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Hebert. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing to start the drive. Newman completes it to Austin. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
19, 18. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Looking to throw. Newman. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quicker. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
It's a gain of 8.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Ready. Hey, Smith, Bronco 80. Cowboy 80.
Now they'll audible to something else.
19 Lion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, come on.
They'll try the left side. McCollum. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
70 Lions. Buffalo 18.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newman. And away from pressure too much. Down he goes. Abdul Carter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, we finished.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores. All right, you've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
19, Charger, 19.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCollum. They'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throwing to start the drive. Newman. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Come on.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. 69 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before break. Hey there. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding somewhere to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCollum. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
19.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
19 driver, 19 driver.
And the Ravens first down.
Cougar 19. Drop 60, drop 60. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw here. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
6 more yards.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll shift things around.
Ready?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
For the 2-point conversion.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game.
24. Ravens 14.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Back to throw. Newman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Newman will throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun, it's Newman. Completes Austin here over the middle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Ready up.
A passing down here. 5 receivers on the field as they look at a 2nd and 8.
19, 18,
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Austin is there and brings in another one. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Ready. Gravity Lions. Viking, Dragon 60.
Throwing again. Newman. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
60, trap 60, trap 60. 18 rattler, 18 rattler. Street. Panther 11, 18, Pioneer.
And they'll try and throw for it with Newman. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf from 8 yards out. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Now the try here for the extra point. Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31, Ravens 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Seventy Ranger. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man right side, Myers. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 18. And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now a handoff up the middle. McConnell. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the gun now on third down. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
7 Pirates, 7, 10, 60 Maverick, 60.
Now it's Newman. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
A second and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Newman. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
From the shotgun, Newman. That is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 46 yards. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 38, Ravens 14.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. 18 Cardinal. 18, 5 in. Go.
They'll look to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Coley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Check smash. Ready?
Up the middle they go. Fulton.
And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fulton. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
60 Bison. Mustang 19.
2nd and 14.
Now he's going to step up and run. This one finds Austin outright.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Ready?
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready?
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Steelers 45, Ravens 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Second and 9 now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
70. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try it now with Brooks. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
19, go!
Now a handoff up the middle. McCollum. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third and 2.
Ready? 19 Lions.
He'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. An extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
It's the score. Steelers 52, Ravens 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is... And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to the flat here for Johnson. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long.
To the right side and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. And this time not quite to the 30, they'll be down at the 31-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Okay, break.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Get it. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Ready, ready.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And the throw's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down after a short pickup. So they take a big chance there, and the result, a modest gain. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Steelers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.